game of this series. Larry Bowa's starting lineup for the Phillies. He'll have Jimmy Rollins at shortstop leading off. Placido Polanco, third base, bats second. Bobby Abreu, right field, hitting third. Pat Burrell, left field, bats fourth. Mike Lieberthal, catching, hitting fifth. Todd Pratt at first base today. He will bat sixth. Tomas Perez, second baseman, hits seventh. Doug Landau, center field, batting eighth. Randy Wolf, the pitcher, hits ninth. That lineup facing 25-year-old Jimmy Osting.
Jimmy Osting, who was once a product of the Phillies, getting his second start. He only had one start, and he went 4 2/3 in that game. Actually was taken out in the middle of an at-bat. 3-1 count on the hitter, and he was taken out. I think he was probably on a pitch count. Walked 4 in that game, struck out 3.
Originally was a fourth-round draft pick of the Atlanta Braves in the '95 draft. The Phillies got him from Atlanta, along with Bruce Chen in the Andy Ashby deal in July of 2000. See, he's not an overpowering pitcher. He throws a slurve. His best pitch is probably his changeup. And the Phillies got him in that Andy Ashby deal. He pitched at Reading for the remainder of the 2000 season. Last year appeared in 3 games for the San Diego Padres, pitching 2 innings. He was 5-6 at Indianapolis with a 3.35 ERA. And he did pitch 3 complete games in 20 starts. Jimmy Rollins leads it off. J. Roll hitting at .254. Osting comes out of Louisville, Kentucky. Signed by Milwaukee as a minor league free agent. Rollins tries to bunt his way on, bunting foul. One strike to J. Roll. Mike Victor is the plate umpire. Paul Schreiber at first. Jim Reynolds at second. Tim Timmons at third. In the inside corner, 0-2. Fastball at 86. He'll be in the mid-80s with his heater. One and two. With a change-up, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, he'll use all his pitches, and he'll use both sides of the plate, as we've seen already.
Right back at Osting. Jimmy Rollins is retired, 1 down here in the first.
Drafted by the Braves in the 4th round back in '95. He was with Reading, pitched for Gary Varsho in Double-A. Wasn't there long. Then he went to San Diego. Had his major league debut with the Padres last year. There's Varsho, who managed Osting.
Question is, where's his daughter? Where's Andy? 13 runs with her in the dugout last night.
Actually, it was Taylor. I thought it was Andy too, and I said something. There's Dalton. There's his son.
It was Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh. Polanco fouls it out of play.
I saw Andy this morning having breakfast, and I said, nice going last night. She goes, that was Taylor.
Really?
She says, I was there the night before when we lost. And I said, well, you didn't do very good. She said, well, we didn't hit.
Our apologies to Taylor. Well hit to deep left field, and this ball is out of here. Home run, Placido Polanco. His 6th home run of the year, and the Phillies take a 1-0 lead, and the Phillies have been hitting a lot of long balls of late.
Well, and Polanco has really been swinging the bat well. An average up over 280 now. 6th home run of the season. His 33rd RBI.
16 home runs for the Titans in the last 12 games.
I think Polanco was seeing how he was pitching Rollins, seeing that he was coming in on Rollins, and he just looked for something inside and gave that baby a ride. 21 home runs in the last 16 and 9 straight.
Polanco hits his first as a Philly. 1 strike to Bobby Abreu. Bobby hitting at .295, 14 homers, 66 RBIs. Play, nothing in 2.
Bobby last night kept that home run streak alive with that bomb to right center.
One, 2. Birthday wishes today to Bill Wilson, celebrating his 84th in Villas, New Jersey. Wishes from wife Dorothy and from us to Bill Wilson. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Randy Wolf, 26 years old today.
Pitching on his 26th birthday. Gonna be a foul ball. Still 2-2 to Abreu. A full count to Abreu. Dave Koke of Gibbstown, New Jersey, celebrating his 74th birthday on this August 22nd. Abreu making Osting 12 pitches here, still 3-2. Of Horsham, Pennsylvania. Best wishes for a speedy recovery to Mary Huff of Horsham. Mary's feeling better real soon. Walked in his first major league start against Pittsburgh. He walked 4 in the 4 2/3 innings he worked. Abreu's aboard, and the batter will be Pat Burrell, who's hitting at .283. 7th in the league in homers with 30, 5th in the league in runs batted in with 91. Abreu's got a pretty big lead against the left-hander, and he draws the throw. Bobby with 24 stolen bases.
That's one thing you want to do as a base runner, if you are a good base runner, is get out there and force a couple throws from that pitcher so you can see his move.
1-0 to Burrell. It behind the Milwaukee dugout, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2 to count to Burrow.
This year for Burrow with 2 strikes.
Abreu goes. Machado throws. What a great throw by Machado, but Bobby just got too big a jump on Osting. Machado put it right on the bag, but a stolen base. Bobby Abreu is 25th.
Well, this is a great jump, and Machado makes this very close. Ball right there. Bobby just to the bag ahead of the tag.
Burrell fouls one out of play. Still 2-2 to Pat Burrell.
Bobby might have gotten himself a strawberry. Sliding there.
He's
limping some.
Sure is. Slammed to left field, but it's a foul ball. Still 2-2 to Pat Burrell. A full count. Mike Lieberthal waits on deck. He walks Burrell.
Oh, at the base open, he went with a 3-2 changeup. He looked like he just said, "I'm not going to give in to Pat Burrell here."
The Phillies with 2 men on base and 1 out for Mike Lieberthal. With Machado out to talk it over with Osting. Lieberthal hitting at .288, 14 homers. He's knocked in 46.
24 pitches already, and only 2 more strikes than balls.
Lieberthal has hit well against left-hand pitching, .368 against left-handers. How's this one out of play? 1 strike to Lieberthal.
Last night 9 for 20 with men in scoring position after being in somewhat of a drought for about 4 or 5 games prior.
Two quick strikes to Mike Lieberthal.
Travis Lee, big 2-out hit last night that really put the Phils back on top and really started that offensive onslaught.
One and 2 to Mike Lieberthal. Anderson getting the day off. There's Placido Polanco. Put the Phils on the board here in the first. Osting so far has shown the ability to get ahead of hitters and then not be able to put them away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mike Lieberthal.
Not missing by a lot. You start nibbling, you get yourself in trouble.
Slammed foul. I don't see too many of the Phillies hitters swinging through pitches here.
No, he's, I guess as you would say, not overpowering.
2-2 the count to Lieberthal. I thought we were going to get into St. Louis in time for you to advance scout the Cardinals, who will be playing tonight, but now I'm not so sure.
May not happen.
Pretty close. Full count to Lieberthal. Let's see if Larry Boas sends the runners here on this 3-2 pitch. Okay, hold. Slammed foul. Well, if Osting's on a pitch count, he may not go more than 1 inning.
See, he's got that fastball grip. Can't tell if it's a 2-seamer or 4-seamer, but it's definitely a fastball. Probably a 4-seamer there as he's throwing inside. Pitching coach Bill Castro took over for Dave Stewart, who left the ball club a while back.
Sliced into right field. That's going to find open spaces, and it gets by the diving Izzy Alcantara. 2 runs are going to score, and Lieberthal is going to be held at third with a triple. And the Phillies lead at 3-0 here in the first inning.
Alcantara decided to try and dive at this ball. Fastball he wanted away. He threw it in, and Lieberthal kind of inside out at it, but there's really no chance for him if he takes a deeper route to it and tries to get it on a hop. Phillies might not even score because Bobby would have to hold up at second base to make sure he wasn't going to catch the ball.
And not well played by Izzy Alcantara.
I'll tell you, if I'm the pitcher, if I'm the manager, I don't know if I really want to see a couple of outfielders out there laughing when you've gotten down 3-0 in the first inning.
Mike Lieberthal gets his second triple of the year. The Phillies lead the league in triples. There's Jerry Royster, the skipper.
Just kind of shaking his head there as he was looking out.
Phillies lead the league in doubles and triples and in extra base hits. Here's Todd Pratt playing at first base today, hitting .325.
Although Lieberthal not amongst the league leaders in triples.
No. 1-0.
Actually, Lieberthal's second triple.
He's second to what? What do you mean second in triples?
Second triple.
Oh, his second, yeah. Nothing as the inning goes on for Jimmy Osting. Nobody up in the Brewer bullpen. That one over. 3-1 to Pratt. Last time Pratt played first base was the last game of the season last year for the Phillies. In his career, he has played first base 6 times. Counting today. Full count to Pratt.
Pratt didn't like this call, but Machado didn't really move his glove.
Looks like a strike. Pratt goes down swinging. No strikeout for Osting. That's 2 down here in the first, and we'll bring up Tomas Perez.
3-1 and 3-2. He got fastballs. That one's right down the middle. Looked like Pratt just pulled off a little bit, thinking that ball was going to be in, and they ended up going away. Machado was sitting inside, but Osting threw it outside.
Tomas Perez hitting at .224, batting .216 right-handed. Strike to Tomas. 2 balls and a strike. Him up. Third baseman Ronnie Belliard in foul ground puts it away. That will retire the side. The Phillies had a productive first inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, no errors, 1 left. After 1/2, the Phils 3 and the Brewers are coming to bat. Phils got 3 in the top of the first. Jerry Royster's starting lineup for the Brewers. They bat in the bottom half. Eric Young, second base, leads off. Alex Sanchez, center field, bats second. Richie Sexton, first base, hitting third. Jose Hernandez at shortstop, bats fourth. Izzy Alcantara, the right fielder, bats fifth. Ryan Thompson, left field, hitting sixth. Ronnie Belliard, the third baseman, bats seventh. Robert Machado, the catcher, hits eighth. And Jimmy Osting, pitching, batting ninth. Facing 26-year-old Randy Wolf, 26 today.
A birthday boy. 8-7 record, but should be much better than that. He just hasn't had the support. Good earned run average. A lot of innings for him. Not many hits. Walks are way down. 51 walks, but he's only walked 1 in his last 26 innings. He has really had good command. Opponents at 234, 9th best in the National League. Done 7 or more innings in 6 of his last 8, and he's pitched into the 7th in 10 of his last 12. So he has been a workhorse for the Phillies. Last time out was his best start of all of them. Complete game shutout of the St. Louis Cardinals.
Here's Eric Young hitting at 277. No strikes to Young. Just missing. 2-0. Just missing.
Those are, I tell you what, I mean, he's thrown 2 pitches right there. Mike Fichter looks like he's going to have a bit of a postage stamp strike zone.
Close to the inside corner as well. Wolf kind of looking in. Lieberthal is talking to Fichter. 3 of those 4 pitches look like they might have been strikes, and Randy Wolf starts it with a walk to Eric Young.
That's ridiculous right there. I guarantee you one of those 3 was a strike.
Maybe all 3.
Not all of them, yeah. Osting, like he got squeezed a little bit too on some fastballs inside.
Once it in the air, and it's going to be a double play. Sanchez bunting. He bunted it right to Randy Wolf, and an easy 1-3 double play on the bunt by Sanchez.
Randy got helped out there. Kind of surprising when he goes out after the first pitch. He's trying to just push it by Randy Wolf, it looked like. After he walked the first guy and the umpire's not calling anything, you'd think he'd go up there and take a pitch, take a strike.
Richie Sexton waves and misses. Sexton hitting at 277, 26 homers. He has knocked in 84. Coming in 2 to Sexton.
This series.
Got him with 3 pitches. So Randy Wolf comes back after a 4-pitch walk and puts him down. No runs, hits, errors, none left. After 1, it's 3-0 Phillies. Leads off for the Phils, hitting at 218. Phils leading 3-0 here in the 2nd inning. 2-0 to Glanville. And a strike to Doug.
Osting already over 40 pitches.
Grounded sharply, but at shortstop Hernandez. He throws Glanville out. One down here in the second. It'll bring up Randy Wolf. Hitting at 136. Better hitter than that lifetime. Lifetime he is a 182 hitter. One strike to Wolf. Curveball, 1-1 strike. One and two. After the game, we'll head to St. Louis. Weekend series with the Cardinals. Well hit. That is pretty well hit. That ball's out of here. Home run, Randy Wolf. His first major league home run, and the Phillies lead it 4-0.
And off a lefty at that. Osting had him down in the count 1-2. It looked like he threw him a breaking ball that
like a curveball that hung up there.
Just left it in Wolfie's wheelhouse.
What a way to celebrate your birthday.
Really? Happy birthday to me.
Jimmy Rollins takes one low for a ball, 1-0. One strike to J-Roll. Change-up misses, 2-1. Now back to the screen. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball hit to third base. Belliard throws across in time to get Rollins. That's 2 down.
Randy Wolf, the pitch before the home run, took a big hack on a fastball. Kind of just frustrated there. I think he felt like he had a pitch to hit. Then he's shaking his hand there. And then the next pitch, a hanging breaking ball. He just threw it middle in, and Randy Wolf kind of pulled off that fastball before. He made a mistake in the location with that pitch. Did Osting, and Wolfie gets his first bomb.
Placido Polanco homered his first time up. Takes one low, 1-0. Ground foul. 1-1 strike to Polanco. 1. Ball to second base. Eric Young throws Polanco out. Phillies got one on Randy Wolf's first big league homer. One hit. No errors and none left. We go to the bottom half of the second inning here at Miller Park. It's the Phils 4 and the Brewers nothing. The telecast is presented by authority. The Phillies may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Phillies. Jose Hernandez leads off for the Brewers here in the second. Phils lead 4-0. Hernandez hitting at .286. He's been hot, a 10-game hitting streak, hitting .417 in the last 10. 1-0 to Hernandez.
Also has some pretty good lifetime numbers against Randy Wolf.
6 for 11 with 2 doubles and a homer. One ball and one strike. 21 of his 23 home runs have gone to the opposite field.
Amazing. That's where his pop is.
1-2 to Hernandez.
When he pulls the ball with his swing the way it is, he gets a lot of top spin on it.
Struck him out. He also leads the league in striking out. That's 155 punch outs for Hernandez. Second strikeout for Randy Wolf.
Randy Wolf just went upstairs with this fastball, elevates it, and that ball is by him. Hernandez goes after the high fastball, but can't catch up.
Here's Izzy Alcantara. He takes one high for a ball. Izzy sends his call up hitting at .286 with a couple of home runs. He was called up from Indianapolis. He was leading the International League in homers with 25. One strike to Alcantara. He's missing with a curveball. 2-1. Three balls and a strike. Changeup had him way out in front. A full count now to Izzy Alcantara. Off the fastball, still 3-2.
Pretty good hack at that fastball. Wolf, he just went right at him.
Change-up foul, still 3-2 to Alcantara. Phillies have a 4-0 lead. We're in the second inning. Reaches out and fouls it. Giving chase is Todd Pratt, going into the stands but can't make the play. Continues to make Wolf throw pitches here. Still 3-2 with 1 out and no base runners.
3-2. He's got a fastball, a couple fastballs, and a changeup. Stayed alive.
Line drive right at Tomas Perez. Alcantara is retired for out number 2. Well, for all of your Phillies needs, the ultimate shopping experience, the largest selection of jerseys, caps, gifts, and collectibles for all 30 teams delivered to your door. Use the Ultimate Baseball website. Go to Phillies.com. Get game day audio, watch highlights direct, baseball's best, and more. All of it on the Phillies website, Phillies.com. Ryan Thompson takes one high, 1-0 to Thompson. One strike. The changeup. 1-2. First hit for the Brewers, going down the left field line all the way to the corner, and Thompson will get 2 on it, a stand-up double.
Fastball looked like Randy Wolf tried to get it in on Ryan Thompson. He just got it up, and it was out over the middle of the plate, about belt high.
Brings on Ronnie Belliard. One strike to Belliard.
.306 career hitter against the Phillies, but he hasn't had much playing time. A pinch hit, but only 1 for 13 off of Randy Wolf.
Dribbles it to third base. Polanco. Low throw dug out by Todd Pratt. Fine play by Pratt, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left after 2. It's the Phils 4. Milwaukee nothing. I've sent the fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. If you're the first to correctly answer, you'll win 2 tickets to a Phillies game. Please submit your answer in the subject area. You must leave your name and address to receive your prize. Today's question: what pitcher holds the Brewers' single-season strikeout record? The answer and winner will be revealed in the 7th inning. Bobby Abreu leads it off, takes 1 over for a strike. Abreu walked and scored a run his first time up. Phillies leading 4-0 here in the 3rd inning. 1 strike. Pump him in the air to shallow left field. Thompson coming in. 1 down here in the 3rd inning. Well, in early September, the New York Mets, Mike Piazza and company, will be in for a 4-game series. Friday the 6th at 7:05. Saturday the 7th is a 1:15 day game. Back to school lunch boxes for all youngsters 14 and under. Compliments of Acme Oreo. Sunday is a 1:35 game. Phillies Fed Caps for all youngsters. And Monday, September 9th, 7:05. Order your tickets for the Mets series, 215-463-1000, or online at Phillies.com. Pat Burrell walked and scored a run his first time up.
Osting having trouble getting ahead of the hitters. 5 first pitch strikes out of 13 hitters faced.
2-1 to Burrow with 1 out and no base runners. Missing inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. The Lozick family is here. Steve, Stan, Lynn, and Fran and Julie, all of them from Philadelphia, attending the game today, cheering for the Phils. Gave Burrow a 3-1 changeup for a strike. It's a full count to Burrow. No base runners here in the 3rd inning. Powering drive into deep left field. Watch this baby. Out of here. Number 31 for Pat Burrow. And the Phillies now lead at 5-0. And the Phils have been on a long ball rampage.
I think Pat Burrow ahead in the count just looked for something off speed against Osting, and he got it. A changeup, 3-1, and he crushed that ball. 31st home run for Burrow, 92nd RBI. You can see the grip by Osting, a changeup, and he did not get fooled on it. I really think he just sat back and waited for something off speed, and he got it. No doubt about it.
Here's Mike Lieberthal. He tripled to drive in a pair his first time up.
Also the 83rd run that Burrow has scored now.
One of the league leaders in that department. He's having quite a year as Pat Burrow.
Really is.
1-1 to Lieberthal. It's hit sharply right through the legs of Ronnie Belliard and into left field. You'll have to wait and see how they scored. It was a hard hit ball, but it was right at Belliard, and they're going to give him an error.
Right through the wickets. He just didn't get that glove down.
He's on Todd Pratt. Pratt struck out his first time up. Seems to be a better hitter as a catcher than a first baseman. He did make a good scoop of a
yes, he did.
Low throw over there at first base to get out of the 2nd inning. 1-0 to Pratt. Misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Foul back, 2-1. To shortstop, should be a double play, and he is. Frank grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. That'll retire the Phils here in the 3rd inning. Phils get a run on Burrow's homer. 1 hit, 1 error, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. 5-0 Phillies. Burrow's 31st homer, giving the Phillies a 5-0 lead as we move to the bottom half of the third inning. Robert Machado will lead it off for Milwaukee, hitting at .284. Strike to Robert Machado. Pitching matchups for the Cardinals series tomorrow night will be Brandon Duckworth going against Matt Morris. Saturday night, Vicente Padilla and Andy Benes. On Sunday afternoon, Brett Myers goes against Luther Hackman. On the count to Machado. Foul, first base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mark Anderson doing a little equipment repair with the bat boy Dalton Varsho.
Got those sunflower seeds working already.
Base hit center field, Machado. Second hit given up by Randy Wolf. We'll bring on the pitcher, Jimmy Osting. Well, join Comcast Sportsnet and counting down the days until football season. Watch morning, noon, and night as we bring you the latest news from Eagles training camp. Don't miss our countdown to kickoff right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Osting probably will be bunting. He is 0 for 2 as a hitter. He is around the bunt and gets it down nicely. Fielded by Polanco. Polanco to Tomas Perez. Sacrifice is good. It moves Machado to second base, where with 1 out, it'll bring on the top of the order Eric Young. Florida and Pittsburgh will be coming in the middle of September. The Marlins are going to be in for a twilight doubleheader, 2 for the price of 1, September 10th at 5:05. The makeup doubleheader Wednesday the 11th at 7:05, Thursday the 12th at 7:05. And Pittsburgh for a weekend, Friday and Saturday the 13th and 14th, 7:05, Sunday the 15th, Fan Appreciation Day. Lots of prizes and surprises. 135. Order your tickets by calling 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com. One strike to Eric Young. Bouncing it up there, blocked by Lieberthal. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Showing Larry Bowa trying to get this Burrow to back up.
Well, they're moving Pat Burrow back. He was cheating in a little bit. Ground ball, second base. Tomas Perez takes care of Eric Young on the play. Machado moves up to third. And with 2 outs, it'll bring up Alex Sanchez.
Tomas gave a look towards third base at Machado running, but a 5-run lead, you just make sure you get the out.
The always smiling Tomas Perez. Sanchez tried to bunt his way out and bunted into a double play his first time up when he popped it in the air to Randy Wolf. 2 balls, no strikes to Alex Sanchez.
Sanchez well over towards the line and left. Glanville shading him shallow and towards left center. Bobby's kind of deep straight away and right.
Big gap in right center field. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Backtrack and makes the catch to retire the side. Nice play by Pat Burrell, who's playing him shallow. But he made the play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. Chris Wheeler joins Larry Anderson in the 4th after 3. Phil's 5 through 3-0.
It's a birthday boy, along with a guy who's homered for him today.
And made a nice catch there to preserve that shutout.
Yeah, Pat Burrell is also homered in the game, as has Randy Wolf and Placido Polanco. Phillies with 3 long balls in the game. Scored in every inning, lead 5-0. Tomas, the batter, he popped up his first time up. Perez playing at second base, 14th game that he started at that position. And a hard ground ball is short. This guy pitches almost everybody from the right side in, and they are hitting some rockets at the third baseman and shortstop. Live your Major League Fantasy. Join guys like Larry Anderson, John Kruk, Mitch Williams, Dallas Green, Greg Luzinski, and many more for the Ultimate Baseball Trip, January 22nd, February the 2nd, 2003 in Clearwater, Florida. Great accommodations. You must be 30 years of age or older. So call right now for a brochure. 610-520-3400. That's 610-520-3400. Doug Glanville grounded out hard his first time out. The ball hit to Hernandez. Osting, Andy, came right out of the chute pitching inside, and he stays in there. He just doesn't have the same kind of stuff like a lighter or somebody does to pitch in.
No. Nope. And this guy behind the plate, Mike Fichter, he is tight.
He's not liberal.
No.
Randy Wolf, right out of the chute, walked the leadoff batter and threw a couple of strikes that weren't called, but got out of it on a pop-up double play.
No comparison in the pitch count. Wow.
There's another ground ball. Nice play. Hernandez wheels, throws. He didn't get him. Said that the first baseman Sexton was off the bag, according to Paul Schreiber. So safe is Doug Glanville. They'll probably give him an infield hit.
They do. It's a nice play by Hernandez. Paul Schreiber, I think, got that call right too. Sexton, as big as he is, still had to come off the bag just barely. A nice play at pirouette, but you could see his foot just off the bag. I think Sexton was trying to cheat a little bit.
He got some long feet too.
Yeah.
Couldn't quite get there. Here's another look at it, and he is off the bag. See if they're going to take the bat out of Wolf's hands. No, they're going to play hit and run. How about that? And he fouls it away. Randy Wolf, last time up, hit a home run. This time Boa tries hit and run with him.
Randy doesn't do a bad job of handling the bat there. He's down in the count 1-2. Got a breaking ball middle in, and he kind of pulled off anyway. Just dropped the bat head on.
Now he bunts, or squares the bunt, takes it low, a ball and a strike. He'll take a look down at John Vukovich. Randy Wolf, happy birthday to him on his 26th birthday.
So what would you like for your birthday? How about a home run? Okay.
How about a down and in hook? After he just swung and missed at a fastball. He pops one up, and Belliard's right there. An easy play for him. 2 outs. And scrambling back to first, Doug Glanville. Well, Jimmy Osting making his second start. He's been pounded around here today by the Phillies. 5 runs on 5 hits, including 3 long balls. But they obviously want him to stay out there for a while. Here's Jimmy batting in the leadoff spot. Rollins is 0 for 2. Grounded back to Osting and also grounded to Belliard at third. J-Roll's been hot lately. 8 out of 10 at a 450 clip. Glanville, the runner at first base with 2 outs. Osting throwing a lot of fastballs in, change up and breaking ball. And missed with that one. Pitch out.
And none of his pitches really, you think about it, none of them are really out pitches. And if he doesn't have great command, he's going to get hurt.
Kind of like the way he would challenge in, but he doesn't get it far enough in, because even those ground ball outs are hit hard. Fouled at the plate by Jimmy Rollins. 2-1. Jimmy in the leadoff spot today.
The way he comes over the top, you'd think he could cut his fastball, which wouldn't be that hard to do, just to help him to have a little movement on those pitches inside, as much as he likes to throw in there.
I was going to ask you that, because it looked like his delivery is geared towards that part of the plate, and you think it would cut more than it does. Because he has that way of stepping towards first and then throwing across his body, which would make you think you'd work that outside corner to lefties and into righties.
Should be able to, and very easy, just a matter of maybe a little change in a grip on your four-seam fastball to get the ball to cut a little bit.
3-1. There's another one in. Doesn't get the call from Fichter. The appeal to first. No, says Schreiber. A walk to Jimmy Rollins. 2 on and 2 outs. And Jerry Royster can just look on as things not going well early for his club today. So Placido Polanco will bat, and this is what he did his first time up.
Got a fastball. That's that pitch where he's trying to get in. You were talking about, Wills. Doesn't get it in far enough.
If you're the Phillies, I mean, in your right-handed batter, you ought to just open up and look for something. But he keeps coming in there. Even though he gets hurt, he'll throw inside. You want to know. Bobby Abreu on deck. Placido had a multi-hit game last night, his 6th since joining the Phillies. He had 3 hits. And he gets fooled on an off-speed pitch there. A fly ball to left field, and Thompson waits. Brian Thompson puts it away. No runs to hit. 2 left. Through 3.5, it's 5-0 Phils.
Summer.
Joe Roa did a great job last night. Brandon Duckworth will pitch tomorrow night in St. Louis. There's Brett Myers, who will have the final game of the series.
Joe Roa last night, 5 hits and 7 innings. No walks. Again, 29 innings now without a walk for Joe Roa.
In 7 strong innings.
Said that changeup he threw, he said, I don't think I've ever in my life missed with the changeup as bad as I did to the one to Matt Stairs.
Yeah. And it took a long ride, as it will up here. Sexton fouls it away. He struck out on the first inning. 0 for 11 and 0 for 9 in the series thus far. Big power hitter batting third today. Sexton, Hernandez, Alcantara, all right-handed batters. And he swings and misses at a changeup. 1-2. Inside. 2-2 to Richie Sexton. He's on the All-Star team this year along with his teammate Jose Hernandez, who waits on deck. Got him with a fastball. Down on strikes twice today is Sexton. 1 out here in the 4th inning. Strikeout number 3 for Randy Wolf.
They're trying to go in this time. I think Sexton was looking in there after the pitch before that just missed inside. Then Randy Wolf just made a mistake with location, but ended up being a good pitch up and away.
So Sexton has been handled by the Phillies in the series, and here is Hernandez, who struck out his first time up. He's been hot, has a 10-game hitting streak. Hits the first pitch to right field and deep, but back goes Bobby at the track, at the wall, grabs it, 2 outs. Jose Hernandez gave that one a long run, or a long ride, but they're 2 away.
Like that ball carried pretty good. Looked like Bobby had called it right in front of the warning track and ends up having to take a big step back right at the last minute, catches it right at the wall.
Happy anniversary today to Mr. and Mrs. Leo McCarthy Jr. Langhorne, celebrating number 52, and happy birthday to Leo, who is 76 today on August the 22nd. Big Phillies fan. Leo, a veteran of both World War II and Korea. We hope you're enjoying the game. He's celebrating that birthday along with Phil's starting pitcher Randy Wolf. Israel Alcantara. Call me Izzy.
It was Alcantara in the minor leagues.
Yeah, well, he's Alcantara. He does swing hard. Fouls that one back, 1-2. Line to second his first time up. Any kind of a poor judgment decision on Lieberthal's ball.
Good ratio for Randy Wolf. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they might not even score on that ball because Bobby's got to hold up at second and make sure he doesn't catch it if he just plays it on one hop.
I mean, not only didn't get to it by a lot, but then he dove and he wasn't even close to it.
No.
A lot of guys get inside the Parker on that ball. Down low. 3-2 to Alcantara with 2 outs and nobody on base. Wolfie walked the leadoff batter, Eric Young, who was retired on the double play. Now 3-2 on Alcantara. Jammed it, little pop-up left side. Polanco in foul territory. Placido puts it away, and Randy Wolf has his first 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Birthday boy and the Phillies lead 5-0. It is time now for today's Citizens Bank. I'm your typical fan. Each game will scan the crowd, find a fan or fans who set themselves apart from the rest. And there's that guy.
Patriotic fan there.
Just hanging out.
Phillies fans. They got a few of them here.
Yeah, we met a few people in the hotel during our stay here that came out here to see the club play. Bobby Abreu will lead it off. He walked and scored in the first inning and then fly to left in the third. Outside. Oops, excuse me. Strike called, 1-1. Speaking of fans who are here from the Philadelphia area,
there are some.
Outside, 2-1.
Matter of fact, Dennis, Linda, Chris Murphy from Newark, Delaware, here at the game today. Enjoying this 5-0 lead the Phillies have.
Phillies scoring early in this one. Had a chance for one more in the first that they didn't get, but still lead 5-0. There's a bullet to left, a base hit for Bobby. Thompson slow getting after it. Here he goes. A double for Bobby Abreu. Number 39 on the year, and he got that double out of the batter's box.
I think Thompson, he looked like he slipped. His feet went out from under him out there. Bobby saw that and just kept going. 39th double now for Bobby Abreu.
First in the league.
Gets a fastball outer half down. He just goes that way with it. And this is what he's doing. He's going hard right there. And Thompson gets over there to cut it off. And then you see his feet just go out from under him, and that's what allowed Bobby to get there.
Pat Burrell, the batter, hit a majestic bomb his last time up. I mean, that thing was so high to deep left center field. his 31st home run of the year and his 92nd run batted. And he's also walked and scored a run today. He's hit safely in 8 straight, 14 out of 15. Go on and on with the positives for this guy. Inside, I think the #1 positive for him has to be, here's his home run.
3-1, he got a changeup, and he just stayed back on almost like he was sitting on it. Oh, he crushed that.
That went a long way. 2-0. Oh, there's another bullet to left center field. It is going to go one hop off the wall. Burrell hustling into second. He has a stand-up double. Abreu scores at 6-0, and Burrell has knocked in 93 runs. And the only reason that thing didn't go way out is he got topspin.
That may be it for Jimmy Osting as Royster heads out to the mound. Well, he's getting locked in right now. That ball just short hops the wall in left center. No chance at all for Sanchez. Burrow with 93 ribbies. He's climbing up in that department.
And this is Childers coming in, who the Phillies rocked in the 9th inning last night for 5 runs on 4 hits. But Matt Childers is going to try it again. Here he comes. That'll do it for Osting, who gives up the first runs of his major league career, and 6 of them so far, and leaves with a man on base. Childers on his way in. Phillies with a 6-0 lead. Will be back after this. Osting, who just goes 4+, Andy, and they really hit him hard.
Tough second major league start for him. 7 hits in 4 innings, 6 earned runs and 3 walks. He did not have good command, and of course I don't think that Mike Fichter behind the plate helped him any. The tight strike zone, but he still was behind a lot, was not throwing first pitch strikes, and it cost him.
Now here is Matt Childers, and there are the numbers on him, inflated by last night's 1 inning where he gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, including an intentional walk. Now he's right back at him again. Mike Lieberthal, the batter, had that 2-run triple to right and lived on an error by Belliard at third. Fouls it back. The thing I was going to say about Burrell, the thing that impressed me the most about him this year is he was so hot, and then he went into a funk, and he got out of it.
Yeah.
And this game is such a game of failure and adjusting, and he's adjusted big time.
You look at his average, 283 coming in. He's 2 for 2 today.
Well, he had a period there where he just felt lost, and they talked to him, and they felt that he was not waiting for the baseball to come to him, that he was jumping at everything. And he says, you know, that's it. And he stopped it.
I think the other thing is, when he's hot, he can swing anytime. When he starts to cool off.
Well, there's another bullet, but it's foul.
I think one thing that helps him is seeing more pitches instead of getting so anxious to go up there and hit the ball. You know, he's, as they showed earlier, that showed the graphics, he has 12 home runs with 2 strikes. So it's not like he can't hit with 2 strikes. And I think when he's going his best, he's seeing more pitches.
And he stays back, Andy, and his plate coverage is just awesome.
Yes.
That's the thing about his 2-strike ability, is his ability to cover home plate.
Think of some of the balls he's hit to right field. Just singles he's hit to right, though, where it looks like it almost, when you look at the replay, it looks like he's pulling off the ball.
Ooh. That's another bullet at Belliard. Lieberthal hit one at him last time that he kicked. That one he makes the play, 1 away. It's time now for the Pennzoil protection play, brought to you by Pennzoil. We're driving protection.
Todd Pratt makes a great scoop here on a throw with 2 outs. Polanco low throw. Pratt digs it out. He doesn't dig that out like Travis Lee usually does. And Brewers might have a run there.
He's in there for his bat today, and it's been his glove. He's a little upset with himself. Struck out in the 1st inning with a man on 3rd, then grounded into a double play in the 1st inning. He struck out, grounded into a double play in the 3rd.
Well, he just doesn't hit that well as a first baseman.
No, he's 0 for 2. Hits much better as a catcher. Burrell at second now with one out. And a strike called, 0-2 from Matt Childers. Inside, Childers is from Douglas, Georgia, makes his home now in Augusta, Georgia. 23 years of age, 6'5", 195 pounder, selected by Milwaukee, 9th round of the '97 draft. He misses again, 2-2. Todd batting out of the 6th hole. Tomas Perez hitting 7th today, waits on deck. Lineup for the Phillies and Larry Bowa set up today for a left-handed pitcher, Osting, who is now out of the game. And he struck him out. So Pratt 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a double play. And there are 2 outs. And Childers has gotten the job done since he came in. Tomas will bat 0 for 2.
Another fastball in. Todd Pratt has struck out twice on pitches in on it. He's obviously frustrated with that.
Perez is fouled out and grounded out. And he pops it up. Well, Childers comes in and does a good job. Look out, here comes Sanchez running in hard. He runs Young off the play, and that'll end the inning. Phillies with a run on back-to-back doubles by Abreu and Burrell off Jimmy Osting, who's out now, and it's 6-0 Phils. Phillies jumped on them early today. Randy Wolf, another shutout, his first career home run for Wolfie. Polanco, Burrell also have hit long balls. Mike Lieberthal has a 2-run triple. Jimmy Osting, 4+ innings, charged with 6 runs here today. Here are the home runs. Right out of the chute, the Phillies hit the long ball today. Polanco, his first home run in a Phillies uniform to left field. And Randy Wolf on his birthday, a down and in breaking ball. And then Pat Burrell on a changeup and majestic, towering home run into the seats in left center field. Burrell's 31st home run of the year. The Phillies with 3 homers, 3 doubles. They also have a triple. Randy Wolf pitching another gem here today, and having 6 runs to work with is a real luxury for him as he sits there with pitching coach Vern Rule. Meanwhile, the Brewers will go to their 4th pitcher of the day. The left-hander Ray King comes on. He was in the game last night and gave up 1 run in 1 inning. He's coming to game number 59 as they use him a lot. Good earned run average of 3.09. He'll face Bobby Abreu, Pat Burrell, Mike Lieberthal here in the 7th inning. Phillies trying to win 2 out of 3. They lead 6-0 for play-by-play. Here's Harry.
All right, thanks, Wheels. Abreu has walked, flied out, and doubled. He has scored 2 runs. One strike to Bobby Abreu. Looks back at Mike Victor, the plate umpire. Bobby lifetime against Ray King is 1 for 4. King has struck him out 3 of the 4 times they had faced. Abreu's in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Bit high, 1-2 to Bobby Abreu. 7th inning, Phillies on top, 6-0. Got him looking at a breaking ball. Abreu is rung up. 1 down. The sausage race. Looks like Italian sausage is taking the lead and won it here. Always a feature in the 7th inning before the 7th inning here at Miller Park. Here's Pat Burrell. He's had a big day. He has walked, homered, and doubled. Knocked in 2 of the Phillies' 6 runs and scored 2. Missed the breaking ball, 1 strike. The fastball. No balls and 2 strikes to Pat Burrell. Wide 1 and 2. A foul back up and just below us. Still 1 and 2 to Pat Burrell. A foul down the first base side. Still 1 ball and 2 strikes. King is a 28-year-old. Set a Brewer franchise record last year for appearances. Pitched in 82 games for the Brew Crew. Fly ball into left center field. Alex Sanchez takes charge and the center fielder makes the catch. That's 2 down. Well, Saturday, September 7th, when the Phillies take on Mike Piazza and the Mets, we have a great giveaway at him for all fans 14 and under. Compliments of Acme Oreo. A retro style metal Phillies kit lunchbox featuring Rollins, Anderson, Burrell, and Duckworth. Spider-Man will also make a guest appearance. That'll be on Saturday, September 7th, 1:15 game time. Order your tickets by calling 215-463-1000 or online at Phillies.com. Mike Lieberthal is 1 for 3 with a triple. Deep shortstop. Hernandez, a fine play, gets Lieberthal. And that'll be it for the Phils here in the 7th. No runs, hits, errors, none left. Stretch time. We go to the bottom of the 7th. 6-0 Phillies. Our Dodge Up the Fans trivia quiz this afternoon. What pitcher holds the Brewers' single-season strikeout record? Well, it would be that Teddy Higuera. Punched out 240 in 1987. The first Phillies fan with a correct response. Seth Coghlan from Sewell, New Jersey. Congratulations, Seth. You're the winner of 2 tickets to a Phillies game. Thanks for playing Dodge Stump the Fans. Bottom of the 7th. Izzy Alcantara will lead it off. He is lined out to second, fouled out to Placido Polanco. Randy Wolf giving up just 2 hits. 1 strike to Alcantara. Fouls it out of play. Wolf ahead of him. No balls and 2 strikes.
That's Jason DeRocher up in the bullpen. They're going an inning at a time right now with their staff after Osting went out early.
Struck him out. That is the 4th strikeout for Randy Wolf. 1 down here in the 7th. It'll bring up Ryan Thompson. Immediately following this afternoon's game against Milwaukee, stay tuned to Comcast Sportsnet for the most in-depth post-game coverage. Join former Red Sox manager Joe Kerrigan. He'll recap all the action from the game. Don't miss Sloan Toyota presents Phillies post-game live coming up next right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Ryan Thompson has one of the 2 hits given up by Randy Wolf. He has doubled and flied out.
And Joe, as the ex-pitching coach and great one that he was, has to really be impressed with Randy Wolf. The way he changes speeds now, moves the ball around, but really looks like he has a lot of confidence. He's always been a confident guy, but now it's really directed and channeled in the right way, and he has a feel for what he's doing out there.
Giving up only 2 hits, came into the game with an opponent's batting average against him 234, 9th best in the league. And should lower that if he continues to pitch this way today. He's ahead of Thompson, 0-2. Back a fastball, still 0-2.
Randy really wants to put a full season together. You know, he's had half seasons where he's been real good and then struggled. This year he started out slowly because of the elbow. But boy, for the last, 2 months, he's really been good.
Missing wide with the changeup, 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the count to Ryan Thompson.
I think Randy's learned to trust his stuff and also to trust the people around him who've just tried to make him better. The exile of the bullpen and some other things. I mean, he's butted heads with some people, but I think he understands now that they're just trying to help him.
This is wide. It's a full count now to Thompson.
Vern Rule being one of them, Larry Bowa another.
Still 3-2 to Thompson.
A couple guys not playing today there, Giambi and Michaels.
Has got a piece of the changeup. Fouls it off. Still 3-2 to Ryan Thompson.
Oh, 3-2 changeup. Threw a 3-2 changeup to Sexton last inning and walked him.
Him up with it. Todd Pratt drifting around, makes the play. Thompson is retired. 2 down. That'll bring on Ronnie Belliard.
Comes right back with another one. That was elevated a little bit, but I don't think many hitters expect back-to-back 3-2 changeups when you're losing 6-0. I mean, Thompson had to think he was going to get a fastball there.
Belliard is grounded out and flied to center. Two 2-0 to Belliard. Balls and no strikes.
Randy Wolf right around his average right now, is high 126.
That was in his last start, which he pitched a complete game shutout over the St. Louis Cardinals.
See what Larry Bowa decides to do today.
It'll be interesting to see if he still has him shut out, whether he's going to give him a shot or another shutout.
I mean, with a 126 pitch count last start, and now, over 100 here in the 7th inning, you would doubt it.
Struck out Ronnie Belliard for his 5th strikeout of the game. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We move to the 8th inning here at Miller Park. It's the Phils 6 and Milwaukee nothing.
The site.
Looks like they were telling him you got one more at least. Larry Ball went up and had a little conversation. Vern Rules said something. Then Wolfie put a towel on his arm. And he's due to bat 4th in this inning anyway. There he is right now. 17 the third consecutive scoreless innings. 104 pitches. He's just been terrific.
And he wants to stay in there. Lenny Harris comes into play left field. He will bat in the number 9 spot, and Ryan Thompson out of the game, batting in the number 6 spot will be the new pitcher, Jason DeRocher. DeRocher appearing in his 25th game. He's pitched well, 1-0 with a 1.55 ERA. 29 innings. 18 hits, 5 earned runs. He struck out 27, walked 15. Opponents are hitting just 175 against him. 28-year-old facing Tom Pratt here. Pratt has struck out, grounded into a double play, and struck out. Two strikes to Pratt. and 2 strikes. Line drive to right field, caught by Izzy Alcantara. Pratt is retired, 1 down. Pitching matchup for the Cardinals series tomorrow night will be Brandon Duckworth against St. Louis's ace Matt Morris. Saturday, Vicente Padilla goes against Andy Bennis, and on Sunday afternoon, Brett Myers and Luther Hackman. Brandon Duckworth back in the rotation after being replaced for 1 start by David Coggin. Coggin back in the bullpen, and Duckworth will start tomorrow night. 1-0 to Tomas Perez. He is 0 for 3. Coggin on the Phillies bullpen. Drop in there for a hit for Tomas Perez. And number 9 for the Phils. Tomas is a 1-out base runner for Doug Glanville. Glanville is 2 for 3 this afternoon.
That's Clemente Alvarez, who's a Phillies bullpen coach. Does a great one of the bullpen catcher out there. Ramon Henderson, of course, the bullpen coach, and Clemente does a great job. What he's doing out there, they're having a lot of fun right now with Tomas. The way he just got jammed on that, and figuring his hands have to hurt. And Tomas is like that was a rocket he just hit, and he did get jammed. So those 2 guys are having a little fun with him out there.
Everybody has fun with Tomas Perez.
Like, man, I hit that hard. What do you mean I got jammed? I didn't get jammed.
1 strike to Glanville. Sharply hit. Hernandez has really played great shortstop in this series, and they've turned the double play. Jose Hernandez has been masterful at short this entire series, and makes it a double play against the speedy Glanville. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 6-0 Phils. With their last 10. And Minnesota, Kansas City. Minnesota's won 11 of their last 15 against the KC Royals, and they pretty well have that American League Central ramped up through the Minnesota Twins. Robert Machado will lead it off for Milwaukee here in the bottom of the 8th. He has one of the 2 hits given up by Randy Wolf. He is singled and flied out to center. So Wolf working here in the 8th inning. Fly ball right field. Bobby Abreu puts this one away. 1 out on 1 pitch here in the 8th, and Lenny Harris will bat for the first time. Harris came in as a part of a double switch, is hitting at 273.
Randy Wolf due to lead off the 9th inning for the Phillies, so we'll see if Larry Bowa decides to hit for him. Maybe it depends on what happens in this inning.
He has an easy inning. You might figure that Larry might leave him around to try to pitch the shutout. A lot depends on how it goes in this inning.
They do have some first ball hackers on the squad.
J-Roll makes the play, but no chance. That'll be a hit for Lenny Harris. 3rd hit given up by Randy Wolf.
Lenny laughing about it. I mean, he gets his hits. Last night he had a blooper. That one is a jammer. He and Todd Pratt are really good friends. They played together on the Mets. And Jimmy just laughing about that. Like, what am I supposed to do with that thing? But Lenny Harris is just a good hitter.
Here's Eric Young. He has walked, grounded out, and flied to deep center. Curveball for a strike. Another curveball knocked down by Wolf. It's going to go into no man's land, and Randy in his haste to try to get it to second could not. It's going to be an infield single for Eric Young.
Yeah, if Wolfie doesn't touch that ball, it might be a double play. But he's such a good fielder, and he has a shot at it that, you know, he took a chance and he doesn't catch it. And he's a little disgusted with himself. But watch here. Eric Young hits a breaking ball, and he deflects it, but they're playing in double play depth. You see where Jimmy Rollins was. That ball was going to go right to Rollins, and they probably would have had 2. And now he tries to flip it, and all he does is take a belly flop.
Brewers with a threat here. 2 men on base, 1 out for Alex Sanchez.
You see the Gary Varsho, and they point at the lineup card and who they're going to get up, and also should they decide to double switch, where they would go on the lineup if they do that. That's because a pitcher spot's coming up.
1 strike to Sanchez. And for the first time this afternoon, the Phillies will get bullpen activity.
We got 2 guys coming up, Sexton and Hernandez, who can hit the ball out of the ballpark. There's Silva starting to throw.
1-1 to Sanchez. Missing with the breaking ball. 2 balls and a strike.
You can see Randy Wolf say curve right before he threw that, and that's what he threw. Of course, he makes sure the hitter's not looking at him when he says that.
Three and 1. Richie Sexton waits on deck.
So a jammer and a ball up the middle that would have been a double play that he deflected, and all of a sudden he's a pitch away from maybe being out of this game.
Walked in to load the bases. 4th walk given up by Randy Wolf. And what has been a nice, comfortable game through 7 innings for Larry Bowa, all of a sudden it's to be a little bit of a nail biter.
He doesn't have a 9-inning comfort level. It just doesn't seem to happen. Even last night, you see 13-3, you think, oh, that was an easy one. Well, no, there was a point in the game where it was close, and Sexton was up there with the bases loaded, and Timlin struck him out.
Sexton comes up again with the bases loaded here this afternoon. He has struck out twice and he is walked. It would appear that they're going to give Wolf one more batter. See if he can't get Sexton. If he doesn't get Sexton, then he'll probably be out of there.
Yeah, and you see Gary Varsho and Larry Boa talking it over, that what they would do if they decide a double switch who would come into the game. They also look down the lineup and see who is available as extra men. They were pointing to the Milwaukee side.
One strike to Richie Sexton.
Sexton had a pitch to hit right here. Boy, a fastball down the middle.
Changeup fooled him. 0-2. Let's see what he tries to put Sexton away with.
Well, he showed him pitch up, showed him a pitch down in this at bat.
High, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Sexton. Brewers have the bases loaded, 1 out here in the 8th inning. Struck him out with a high fastball. 6th strikeout for Wolf. The 3rd time he has struck out Richie Sexton. That's 2 down here in the 8th.
Sexton's 0 for 11 in this series with a walk. Went up the ladder with a high fastball and got him to chase. Sexton will strike out a lot, even though he's cut down on him this year. The Phillies have a pretty good idea of how they want to approach him. And you notice they don't go back to back with the same pitch a lot, and they also don't go in the same spot with the pitch a lot.
Now Wolf will have to get through Jose Hernandez to get out of this inning. Hernandez is struck out, flied to deep right center, and flied to center. 1 strike to him.
Pretty obvious. Both these guys are trying to hit a grand slam. And he's hit 4 of them.
Chased a high changeup. No balls and 2 strikes.
Randy Wolf on fumes right now, trying to get through this. Larry Boa knows if Hernandez gets on Alcantara, the next batter, if he brings in a right-hander, they have Matt Stairs available. So what he wants to do is end it right here.
Fouled it back. Still 0-2 to Jose Hernandez. Bottom of the 8th, Phillies lead 6-0. Varsho is moving Bobby Abreu closer to the line and right.
ID being with 2 strikes. A little more defensive a hitter is Hernandez, although he's swinging hard at everything.
He's a notorious opposite field hitter. Fouls it back, still 0-2. 21 of his 23 homers have been hit to the opposite field.
Including
almost hit 1 today.
Yeah, including 1 last night.
Yeah. To Jose Hernandez. Struck him out with a high fastball. So Wolf gets out of the bases loaded jam. He records his 7th strikeout. And down go the Brewers in the 8th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave them loaded. We go to the 9th inning. It's 6-0 Phillies. 5th inning. Only run coming on a Derek Lee home run, his 20th. And that's trying to halt a 10-game losing streak. They have a 1-0 lead over San Francisco in the fourth. Games later on, Atlanta at San Diego, the Cubs at Houston, Pittsburgh at St. Louis, and Cincinnati at Arizona. Jeremy Giambi batting for Randy Wolf. What a way to celebrate your 26th birthday. 8 innings of shutout ball and hitting your first big league home run. Great job by Wolf again.
Striking out Sexton and Hernandez with the bases loaded when you are probably about out of gas.
0-2 to Giambi. Giambi hitting at .267. Just 1 for 13 as a pinch hitter, although he has walked 8 times as a pinch hitter. 0-2 to Giambi. Bouncing it up there, 1 ball and 2 strikes. David Coggin up in the Phillies bullpen. He will come on to pitch the bottom half of the 9th inning. To center field, and this ball is off the very top of the fence. Oh, so close to a home run for Giambi. He has to settle for a double. And we'll bring on Jimmy Rollins.
Phillies with 4 more doubles here this afternoon. 3 homers and a triple. As they continue to get a lot of extra base hits, Giambi got a fastball, looked like, and just misses a home run. Ooh, really close.
Inches. Brings on Jimmy Rollins. J rolls 0 for 3 with a walk. Goes now with 255 doubles. Lead the league in doubles and an extra base hits. And their 10 hits today, 8 have been extra base hits.
Yeah.
1 ball and 1 strike.
But then you look at the LOB total, and you know they just have a lot of things that just don't match. All these extra base hits, score runs, but not a consistent offensive team, and that's been one of their problems. Like right here is a big thing. An out is huge in a spot like this. Well, maybe not so much today because it's 6-0,
Yeah.
but in another type of game where you give yourself up and get this kind of run with a leadoff double.
Three balls and a strike. He walked him. So the Phillies have 2 men on base with nobody out. Milwaukee staff will walk a lot of people. They're second in the National League in giving up walks. Only Florida has issued more walks than the Brew Crew. Here's Polanco. He is homered in 4 at bats, 1 for 4. Blocked by Machado. The runners will hold. 1 ball and no strikes. David Coggin evidently was throwing on his own. Now it looks like Dan Plesac and Carlos Silva up in the Phillies bullpen. Oh, it's Real Cormier, excuse me, and Silva. Slice to right field, and it is tracked down nicely by Alcantara. Moving to third after the catch is Giambi. The Phillies have runners at first and third with 1 out for Bobby Abreu. Abreu 1 for 3 with a double. He's also walked and stolen the base and scored 2 runs.
Ball motioning over to Jimmy Rollins. Just stay there. They have a 6-run lead. You don't run on a team right now. They're playing off him at first with Sexton.
Line drive into left center field. Great diving catch by Lenny Harris. The old pro takes extra bases away from Bobby Abreu. What a play by Harris, who was brought into this game as a part of a double switch.
You get a sac fly out of it, though, as Giambi scores, and the Phillies pick up a 7th run. But as Harry says, what an unbelievable play here by Lenny Harris. That ball touched every part of his glove. Started out in the heel, wound up in the web. And it's amazing that he held on to it when his elbow hit the ground that way. That's usually what knocks it out, is when the elbow hits.
So the Phils now lead at 7-0. 1 strike to Pat Burrell. Burrell is 2 for 3. Has walked, homered, doubled, and flied out to center. He has knocked in 2 and scored 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Burrell. Leading 7-0 here in the 9th inning. One and 2. To Hernandez, and they get the force on Rollins at second base, and that will retire the side. Phillies add another run. 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 7-0 Phils. Phils lead 7-0. We go to the bottom half of the 9th inning. Carlos Silva will be the Phillies' new pitcher. Silva's appearing in his 55th game. He's won 3, lost none, a 3.36 ERA. He has 1 save. 64 in the 3rd inning, 73 hits, 24 earned runs, struck out 32, walked 19. And opponents are hitting .302 against him. Izzy Alcantara will be the first one to face Silva here in the bottom half of the 9th inning.
Randy Wolf, just an outstanding game here today with 7 more strikeouts, 8 scoreless innings, using a good fastball there, another fastball to Jose Hernandez, 123 total pitches. Now a string of 18 1/3 consecutive scoreless innings, saved some of his best work till the end. Right there when he strikes out Sexton with the bases loaded, follows it up with a high fastball to Hernandez, strikes him out with the bases loaded to complete his day's work, and he added a home run.
Alcantara has lined out, fouled out, and struck out. 1-0. Jorge Fabregas is in the on-deck circle to bat for the pitcher, DeRocher. On the count to Alcantara. Two strikes. Rounded foul, still 1-2. balls and 2 strikes. Struck him out. So that's 1 down. That'll bring on Fabregas. Fabregas batting for the pitcher DeRocher. He is 0 for 10 since joining the Brewers. Second base, Tomas Perez throws out Fabregas. That's 2 quick outs. Well, tomorrow we're back on Comcast Sports Net. Tomorrow it'll be Matt Morris going for the St. Louis Cardinals. And he will be opposed by Brandon Duckworth for the Phillies. Game 1 of a 3-game series with the St. Louis Cardinals. Here's Ronnie Belliard. Belliard is 0 for 3.
Funny to watch Tomas Perez at Pratt that time. They throw the ball so hard at each other, just practicing. Well, Tomas just threw that to Pratt, and Pratt tried to throw it back as hard as Tomas did. I don't know that he can. And then they see guys have a little fun, and they have fun.
This should be the ball game. Jimmy Rollins throws out Belliard. A 1-2-3 inning for Silva. Combined shutout for the Phils. Randy Wolf and Carlos Silva, the 6th shutout by Phillies pitchers this season, as the Phils win it by a score of 7-0 and finish the season series with the Milwaukee Brewers taking 5 out of 6 from the Brew Crew. Used a lot of long balls this afternoon early on and one going away. 7-0 Phillies. And we'll be back with the totals and a recap for this afternoon's game right after these messages.